Booktube. I am a casual booktuber. I am also a casual cosplayer and a multi-potentialite, yada yada yada. I'm not heavily in the community. Instead of trying to embed myself deep into the community, because my channel's not exclusively booktube and I don't want it to be, I like being a casual booktuber, but I feel like sometimes I'm too casual and then I end up not making booktube videos for months. But I'm back into the habit of reading and talking about it because books are so magical. I feel like besides the occasional review, the only booktube videos I did last year were reading wrap-ups. Now, in 2015, I did one big reading wrap-up video where I talked about all the books I read that year. Then in 2016, I did a book reading wrap-up every 2 months. So the books that I read in the previous 2 months. And this worked pretty well, I would say, because I don't tend to read enough to do them every month and actually missed the very last one. So I'm going to do that for you right now. I read The Martian by Andy Weir in November, and I loved it. Oh, this book. So I love the film. I saw the film in theaters. We own the movie. It's one of my husband's favorite feel-good movies that he'll put on if he's having a bad day, and it always makes him happy because it's a really good story. I would say it's technically science fiction because it's very scientific, but it is not based on reality because we haven't sent people to Mars yet. But it is extremely accurate. The science in it was very well researched. And in fact, I heard the only thing that they got wrong, besides sending people to Mars, is that there aren't any storms as intense as they were in the film and the book that would send people flying across the planet. That is the inciting incident of the story, though, so it's kind of necessary for everything else to happen. And the book, I would say this might be the closest book to movie adaptation I've experienced. The book is so close to the movie. Things are just a bit shorter in the film and way more explained, take longer to do in the book, and there's a lot more math. But the humor was wonderful, and it's really, really great. I really recommend it. At least see the movie if you haven't experienced anything of The Martian. So good. And 2 years ago, my husband dressed up as the main character for Halloween, and yeah, it's great. So good. The next book I read was The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold. This book I do not own because I bought it from a used bookstore as a present for my family's Christmas gift exchange. Every year my family does a complicated gift exchange. The games always kind of frustrate me, but I love the themes. There's always a theme. That part is so fun. And this year's theme was book to movie. So you bought a book and then you bought the movie it was turned into and you wrapped those together and gave that. So I chose The Lovely Bones because it was something a little unexpected, and I love that movie. It's very visually interesting and beautiful. It's kind of got this element of fantasy because the main character dies at the beginning and she spends most of her time in this sort of heaven-like limbo area almost. Like you're not even quite sure if it's heaven or if it's like pre-heaven, and it's very interesting. And I never read the book, so I thought this was a great excuse to pick up the book, read it before I then gifted it. And so I did that. I read it on the plane to California, and it was really, really good. Definitely not the kind of book I normally read. I recommend it, but I will say this. There is violence in it, especially in the beginning. There's sexual assault, rape, and pedophilia. So if those trigger you, you might want to steer clear of the book and the film. But I think it was a very well told story. It was very interesting. There was a lot of things that didn't get tied up. So also if that bugs you, if you like things wrapped in a little package at the end with a bow, then maybe not for you. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. No!